Hello and welcome to Valerie Lindsay Photography. CRMs, what are they? Otherwise known as client relationship management, CRMs are what businesses use to communicate with their clients, either invoices or messaging or literally anything. It's just a way to communicate with your clients and have it all in one place and have files of everything saved, contracts, invoices, things like that. It is super, super great to have if you are a business owner. It's also great because all of your files, all of your contracts are saved in one place. So if you ever need to pull them up again, you can look at them there. It's also really, really nice, I think, from a client viewpoint to have something like this. It just seems more professional, more clean cut, and it delivers a more luxury experience. There are a ton of CRMs that photographers can use. I'm focusing on mostly photography for this. So if you're not a photographer, feel free to watch and see. I'm going to show you kind of what it looks like for me and how I use it. I don't even think I utilize all that I have available to me with my CRM. But nonetheless, I'm going to take you through it. I'll take you through the one that I used to use as well when I was first starting out and didn't really need a ton when I just needed like the bare bone basics of a CRM versus what I have now and why I decided to switch. So when I was first starting my photography journey, I used Pixieset for everything, my gallery delivery, my CRM, my contract stuff. I used it for my website, literally everything. It was just Pixieset, and it was really nice because it was all in one place. It didn't really cost that much money, so it was very cost effective for a business owner that was just starting their business. And it really did have everything I needed. I think that they definitely give you a lot for free or for a really low price, which I can super, super appreciate because obviously when you're first starting a business, you don't have the funds for all of the big stuff. So this is the layout of Pixieset when you have an account with them and you have like a website and things like that with them. You'll see that you have access to client galleries, which is really, really great. I do still use Pixieset for my gallery deliveries. I just like it a lot more. I've tried using PicTime and it was just a little confusing for me. And this is simple, it's effective, and I really love it. So if you were to want to upload a collection, you would literally just hit new collection, you would name it, you'd put the date or whatever, and then it also lets you do like customized galleries where you can have like different tabs and stuff that are customized. So for example, for weddings, I have sneak peeks, getting ready, portraits, cocktail hour, and reception, and things like that. But it's super nice. It's so versatile. You can upload whatever images you want. I don't really have any right now, but you would browse files and upload them. And then it also lets you design the cover photo, so you can pick what picture you want. And the really cool thing about this is you can select from a collection or from the collection that you just uploaded, or you can pick from your computer. They give you tons of options. You can also adjust the focal point, which is great. You can fix the typography, the color, the grid, the way the grid looks. There is, I don't really use this too much, but you can put passwords on it. You can show it on your website homepage or not. Downloads, there's download pins so that only your clients can download it. You can really just customize everything, and I think this is available in just their basic plan, and it's so great. I absolutely love it. Okay, so then there's also the website view, and all of this is allowed in Pixieset, which is great, which is why I do recommend it when you're just starting out. And it's the reason why I used it when I was just starting out, because it was just so user-friendly and it was cheap, which I can appreciate. But they have plenty of different templates that you can choose from for a website. You can customize how you want it to lay out, how you want it to look. Every single picture you can type in. You can add alt text. You can do just so many different things, so many different tabs. And they also have a blog portion, so you can make a blog, which is just so cool. You can see all of the ones that I've published, any drafts that I have, things like that. And then you can customize your logo. There's just so much that you can do, and I'm telling you, like, I don't even scratch the surface when it comes to it. So that's the website. There is also a store mode. I don't use the store mode because I don't really feel like doing sales tax and then paying tax on that. And I don't know, it's not something that I necessarily need in my business right now. Maybe down the line or in the future, I'll opt into using it. But for right now, I'm too scared to do it. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. For tax reasons and like income reasons, I just don't get it. But don't worry, I'll figure it out and I'll get back to you. Okay, and then this is when the CRM comes into play, right? The Studio Manager. It's super, super great. Okay, so you have your home landing page, right? And I'm telling you, I didn't use half of this when I was first starting out. You can go to your projects and you can see any new inquiries that you have, projects that you're currently working on, editing, and things that are done. It also saves all of your clients. You can create a little lead form that you link to your Instagram or whatever. And then once you send out galleries and stuff, there's also inboxes. So you can see what people are saying. When people respond to you, it's all right here. And it's just so fun to have that. You can also accept payments. You can send out invoices. You can do like automated bookings. You can send out contracts. And there's different templates that you can follow as well, which is just so helpful. And then I guess they have a mobile gallery app. I've never used that before. I don't know what that is. But if you've used it, let me know what you think. I would love if Pixieset could have a mobile app. I think that's one of the things that helped convince me to make the switch to my new CRM software, and I'll get into that. It would have been really nice to have a mobile app for that. Okay, so I know that there's been a lot of controversy against this CRM software, but I personally love them, and I think that the price increase was justified based off of what they give us, and that is HoneyBook. I love using HoneyBook. I just think it is so well laid out. It gives my clients such a nice experience. It's just a tad more elevated than Pixieset. But it does come with a much higher price tag. But for me, it's worth it. So as you see, when you open up that first home screen, it has like this really cute little motivational quote. It tells you if you have any new leads, which is any new inquiries. It tells you if you have anything unread, any tasks. So if you have like automations that you want to do or tasks that you want to be reminded of in the future, you can add them here and it'll remind you. It also tells you how much you've made thus far. Any like recent activity, things that you have going on. Again, leads, new leads, it's kind of the same thing. Payments that are upcoming, all of that. And then you can like also create new things, but I'll show you. I'll get into all that. You can also customize this dashboard. So you can customize whatever you want to have on it, which I think is so great because everyone thinks differently and everyone wants to see a different thing as soon as they open up their CRM. So I think that that's game changing. When you go to your projects, it filters all of your projects in one place, and then you have like different stages for each project. So for like active projects, these are all things that I have planned for this year. Inquiries would all be here. Hot leads for me are like, okay, I've responded to them. So now I'm waiting. Follow-ups as I've responded, I'm waiting for a response. I've sent the contract, they've signed the contract, they paid the retainer, boom. I move it into planning. If it's like a wedding or something, this is like, okay, I need to do their final calls. If I'm editing it, I'll put it here. And then once it's completed, I move it over here. And then eventually I will archive it. Again, here you have like all the client information. You have contacts for all your clients. You have lead forms, which is great. You can implement these. So obviously, like I said, my website is Pixieset, but what I can do here is do like a contact form, which is my inquiry form, and I just embed that into Pixieset, and it's all done here. So I get all the notifications on HoneyBook. Again, I don't even use like all of these. You can send out invoices, you can create contracts, and they also have contracts that you can use that they provide for you. So if you were to template gallery. They have so many. They have different contracts, pricing guides, brochures. Like, it is just incredible what they offer, and I don't even touch the surface on everything. And then of course you can save the ones that you want, and all of that. There's automations. So right now I have like auto replies on. There's different tools like schedulers. Like if I were to I have a wedding this year that I'm photographing, and I also have a second shooter. And so I have a little project for them as well. So I'll go, this is the wedding, right? August 2nd. And then I have another thing here for my second shooter, and it'll tell me there's a conflict on this date. So immediately, if you were to get a booking if you were to get an inquiry and you're already booked for that date, it'll tell you, which is like great. So you're not double booking yourself. So I love to do this. And then when you are communicating with your clients, the other really nice thing about this is your clients they get an email and they have to enter a PIN in order to go into that email and correspond with you. And it also keeps everything in one place for them. They can also download the app on their phone. Game changing. They can download the app on their phone. They can sign all of the contracts there. They can do everything there, communicate with you there, and it is just so great. Kind of getting into that whole app thing, I love that HoneyBook has a mobile app. It allows me to stay connected even when I'm out of my quote unquote office, aka I'm not at home and can't access my computer. If I have a contract that was signed, I can just sign it right then and there, and the contract is completed. It tells me when I get paid. It tells me when someone has replied to an email that I sent out. It sends me reminders for upcoming projects. It is just the best thing ever. I absolutely love it to death. And I really appreciate that. And then there's like a whole finance section that I honestly haven't even gotten into or know too much about, but I'm sure it's really helpful for accountants. But that's my CRM. Personally, I love it. I think that it is user-friendly. Okay, not when you first start. When you first start, it's not very user-friendly. But as you get comfortable with it, as you customize it, as you sort of make it your own, it's so much easier to use, and everything is just clear. It makes sense. It's all in one place. It's very stress-free, I would say, and it's just a great time. So I guess if I were to make a recommendation for you from a very honest standpoint as a business owner, if you are just starting out in your photography journey, I highly recommend you use Pixieset for everything. It's cheap. It has so many incredible things that it offers, and it's great for people that are just starting up. If you are a seasoned photographer, or maybe you're growing and you're trying to figure out if you want to switch to a different CRM, I do recommend HoneyBook. I know it comes with a big price tag, but there's so much that is offered that I think it's worth it. I didn't necessarily agree with all of the controversy. I was like really into it. I was like, oh yeah, you know what? Charge your worth. Get it done. Because I love to use it. I think that's one thing for me that I'm willing to do is I'm willing to invest in something if it's going to make my life easier. So I'm willing to pay that price for the ease of mind and the ability to have more taken off of my shoulders as a business owner. Let me know what you think down below. Leave me a comment if this was helpful, if you agree, if you disagree, if you use any other CRM software, leave that down below as well. I know that there's Dubsado. I know that there are a couple that are up and coming that are really good. If you know of any others, leave them down below too, because this is a space to learn. This is just my opinion. This is by no means something that has to be done or has to be followed. It's just my experience. And so I wanted to share it with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Thank you.